Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Hello, warriors. Do you want to experience less fear in your life? The good news is fear is a learned pattern of behavior. Therefore, it can be unlearned. I have a strategy you can follow to get rid of your worries and limiting beliefs and live the life you deserve. Check out the Blueprint for Overcoming Fear, my free mini ebook. The link is in the show notes. Don't let your ego use your anxieties as an excuse to keep you from living authentically. Now let's start this week's episode. Episode 177. It's helpful to understand the meaning you give to life events is what gives it power. Everything you experience results from the meaning you have given to things. Individuals frequently assume that what they perceive is true. Actually, it's not. It is what it is, your reality, just yours. Although it's difficult to accept this, it's the truth. Your interpretation of events stem from a variety of sources, including your upbringing, past experiences, anxieties, objectives, hobbies, and dislikes. Realizing this could help you let go of many unpleasant memories and emotions. You can gain a wonderful strength and sense of security you have never had before by realizing you can select what something means to you. You frequently experience grief, resentment, or rage in response to things that you see as terrible or negative because of the significance they hold for you. Deciding to alter what something means to you can give you the power to at least balance out how you feel about it and consequently how various things influence your happiness. Consider some events in your life and days you are aware have a detrimental impact on your happiness. What's going on? Who is doing what? Now, what significance are you assigning to something in a particular situation? Is it possible to reframe it differently? Yes, is the answer. It may be difficult, and you might not want to. Still, you shape your world. Although meanings are frequently suggested, you are free to pick the interpretation that you give to anything. What's important? The idea is everything in your life has only as much significance as the meaning you assign to it. You get to decide what's important to you and what you give every event and situation in your life. You have to acknowledge that you frequently give potentially empowering items meanings that are disempowering. If a deal doesn't work out, you perceive it as a loss rather than a chance to land a better or more pertinent one. Rather than using your debt as an inspiration to pay it off, you view it as an agonizing reality. You must realize that you have the freedom to choose the meaning you assign to events and objects in your life. This is enormous for you to see the power you have in the choices you make. By changing the connotation you allocate to past events and future events, you can immediately regain control over your life. No matter how you slice it, there are always two sides. Look past the side that disempowers and consider the differing perspective. What is the silver lining in this misfortune? Let me conclude by posing a straightforward query. Who has control over your destiny if you don't? Contemplate it. Are you ready to regain control of your life, or are you willing to give it over to others? All you need to do is to modify the interpretation you place on events of your life. Meaning you give. Some people think that nothing in this world is what it seems. Everything in the universe appears substantial, palpable, and real. Yet in reality, it's just all a projection of your brain. The things that occupy your time when you are awake are just as real as the dreams you have at night. You are all living one big dream. You sometimes find yourself in situations you consider to be less than ideal or in the middle of delightful surprises. This amazing combination of individual and group experiences is what you refer to as life. Developing a meaningful philosophy to go along with it is one of the most essential things you can do to make the most out of the life you live. Most philosophies will meet your fundamental needs, while many live well above the minimal threshold needed to merely survive. Not everyone is thriving due to the egoic lies they believe. What's noteworthy from a psychological perspective, though, is that most people can handle suffering. Buddha's fundamental teaching is that the root of your suffering is attachment. Your thought patterns and behaviors limit your experiences and perspectives. This causes you to stay in a fearful and disempowering place instead of moving into happiness. It's not always what happens to you that is defining, but how you respond that muddles and limits your growth. What's your philosophy? Developing your life philosophy is akin to building a ship. It will support you through difficult times and let you glide through the joyful ones. Defining a life philosophy is not difficult. Simply make it brief with no more than 3 or 4 points centered around the responses to the following questions. How can I have a meaningful life? What should I do? To have a meaningful life, where would I have to go? How would I spend my days if I wanted to feel the most alive and fulfilled? What issues do I feel most driven to resolve? What takes up so much of my thoughts and emotions that I neglect myself? How would I describe my ideal day? How would I describe my ideal day? Developing your life philosophy is a continuous process of improvement. It's not a goal in and of itself. Consider your life plan frequently and don't just focus on your everyday activities. This particular life philosophy of going for your aspirations despite other people's opinions is unique and true to who you are and how you want to live. It's essential for you to regularly take time out and reflect on how you are thinking and feeling to continue on the path leading you to the life you desire. Moving forward with meaning. Don't overthink things in life. You get enthusiastic about potential, adventure, and opportunities when you have a fantastic life philosophy. Time is passing you by, so don't waste it by not living the life of your dreams. Your personal and professional lives are guided by your ability to be present in every connection and to set aside enough time for regular contemplation. There are no right or wrong answers in this life. Instead, there are strategy, execution, and reiteration. Getting past your concern that you won't have all the answers because you lack the experience, perspective, or time to precisely organize or plan your meaningful life is the toughest, but also the most rewarding thing to undertake. Consider life to be an ongoing educational process. In actuality, there are numerous routes to achieve rather than just one. Acknowledging this can help you clear your head and proceed, enabling you to complete tasks as efficiently as possible instead of being stuck. You get the courage to keep moving forward once you begin to take deliberate action and realize you are capable of making decisions that make sense and result in positive outcomes. Remember that life is fleeting. Concentrate on the important things and let go of the rest. Do you need help to alter the meaning you've given to your life so you aren't disempowered? Are you looking for a way to reframe the stories you tell yourself? Do you need some accountability to help you create your life philosophy? If so, please reach out to me at terrykozlowski.com and we can create a plan for you to alter how your mind deals with these thought processes. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.